how are you? And welcome to today's spelling lesson. Now, today we are going to be looking at some further homophones and near homophones. So just like we've been doing in class over the last couple of weeks. So by the end of today's lesson, you'll know what homophones and near homophones are, and hopefully you can remember that from our previous lessons. And you'll also be able to decide which homophone or near homophone is needed in different sentences. Now, before we start learning about some new homophones and near homophones, let's complete our spelling test for this week. So how this is going to work is I'm going to say each spelling one at a time. After I've said a spelling, I will then say a sentence with the spelling in. After I've done that, if you pause the video, have a go at the spelling, and then come back to the video when you're finished to hear your next spelling. Now, it is really important with homophones and near homophones that you listen to the sentence with the spelling in so that you know which spelling it is. Okay, so are you ready? Number one, here, here. Come over here. Come over here. Number two, see, see. Did you see those beautiful flowers? Did you see those beautiful flowers? Number three, two, two. Are you going to the shops? Are you going to the shops? Number four, see, see. I love swimming in the sea. I love swimming in the sea. Number five, there, there. They're eating dinner outside. They're eating dinner outside. Number six, here, here. Did you hear that loud noise? Did you hear that loud noise? Number seven, two, two. I like strawberries and I like apples too. I like strawberries and I like apples too. Number eight, two, two. I have two dogs. I have two dogs. Number nine, there, there. Have you seen their coats? Have you seen their coats? Number 10, there, there. I can see them over there. I can see them over there. Okay, there we go. So there are your spellings for this week. So if you'd like to grab a pen so that you can mark your spellings, that would be fantastic. Okay, so number one was here. Okay, so that's spelled like that. Come over here. That's talking about a place. So therefore here is spelled H-E-R-E. Okay, number two was see. Okay, did you see those beautiful flowers? So we're talking about what we do with our eyes. We see, which is spelled S-E-E. Okay, next one, number three was two. Are you going to the shop? So we're talking about moving somewhere, going somewhere else. So therefore we need two, just with one O. Then number four, sea. Okay, I love swimming in the sea. Well, we're talking about the water, aren't we? So therefore we need this C, S-E-A. Then number five, there. Okay, they're eating dinner in the garden. So we're saying, therefore, they are eating dinner in the garden. So we need the contraction there, using an apostrophe to represent they are. They're eating dinner in the garden. Okay, then number six was here. Did you hear that loud noise? So we're talking about what we do with our ears. So it's spelled H-E-A-R. Then number seven, we've got two. Okay, I like strawberries and I like apples too. So we're saying here also, I like strawberries and I like apples also. So therefore we need two with a double O. Number eight was two. So the number two, I have two dogs. That's how many dogs I have. The number two, which is spelled T-W-O. Then number nine, we have their. Have you seen their coats? So their coats belong to them. So therefore we need this there, T-H-E-I-R. Then number 10, finally, we need their. I can see them over there. So again, we're talking about a place over there, and we need this there. So T-H-E-R-E. So well done if you got those. And I would love to see the marks that you've got. If you could send them into the office, please, that would be fantastic. So there we go. Let's move on to our new homophones and near homophones now. Now, as we know, a homophone or homophones are words that sound the same but are spelt differently. So we've just had C and C, both of which sound the same but are spelt differently. We've had there, and there, which all sound the same but are spelt differently, and the same with two, and two. Okay, so those are homophones. They sound the same but they are spelt differently, and that's why sometimes they're quite tricky because we don't know which spelling to use. So there we go. Now let's learn some new homophones. So here are the homophones that we're going to be looking at today. We have got, firstly, B and B. Now we know they're homophones because they sound the same, B, B. Whereas the first B, just with one E, is the verb to be. Whereas the next B is talking about the insect, okay? So we've got the insect be with two E's, and we've got the verb be with one E. Okay, so we need to be careful when we're writing whether we're talking about the verb be, where we need one E, or we're talking about the insect be, where we need two E's. Okay, the next one we've got bear and bear. Now the first bear, B-A-R-E, for example, if I don't have socks on my feet, I can then say that my feet are bare. They're not covered by my socks. So that's that bear. And then we have bear as in the animal, or a teddy bear, which is spelt B-E-A-R. Okay, so again, when you're writing these, you need to make sure you're using the correct spelling. Then finally, we've got sun and sun. Okay, now we looked at these briefly when we did our setting descriptions of the beach. So the first sun with an O is talking about somebody's male child. Okay, so it's talking about their child, their son, spelt with an O. But then the other sun, spelt with a U, is talking about the sun in the sky. Okay, so there we've got three different sets of homophones. We've got B and B, so the verb, and then the insect. We've got bear and bear, and we've got sun and sun. Okay, so we need to be extra careful when we're spelling these to make sure we use the correct spelling. Okay, so those are our homophones. We've now got our near homophones. Now, can anybody remember what a near homophone is? If a homophone sounds the same but is spelt differently, what is a near homophone? Could you pause the video, see if you can remember for me? Okay, so let's find out if you've remembered. So a near homophone or near homophones are words that sound similar but are spelt differently. So they don't sound exactly the same, but they sound similar and they are spelt differently. So let's have a look at an example of this. So we have got quite and quiet. Okay, so quite and quiet. Now, what is the difference between these? Well, quite is when we're talking about that was quite nice. Okay, so it's quite nice. It is quite hot today. Okay, so almost a little bit hot. It's quite hot. That was quite nice. It was a little nice. Okay, so we've got that quite, which is spelled Q-U-I-T-E. Then we've got quiet. So look, they don't sound exactly the same. Quite, quiet. And quiet is talking about not making any noise. Okay, if you are quiet, which is spelled Q-U-I-E-T. So look, we've got exactly the same letters here, but we need to make sure that we know which one we're spelling so we get the letters in the correct order, because quite is Q-U-I-T-E and then quiet is Q-U-I-E-T. So are you talking about a little bit, or are you talking about being quiet? Okay, not making any noise.